Welcome online, ladies and gentlemen. We're just setting up for today's event, and we are live streaming on YouTube and on Facebook, and we're here in the Zoom room. We would love to see where you're logging in from. So if you could maybe type that in the chat, that'd be fantastic. And we'll be live in just a few moments. We always put on a quick timer, which is your opportunity just to check and see if anyone you've invited is on or not. So here is your 30-second opportunity to check, and we'll be live shortly. Awesome. Welcome online, ladies and gentlemen. This is our official opportunity overview that is presented each week. And for those people that are actually watching live right now, if you don't speak fluent English, you can also click closed captions at the bottom of the screen if you're watching here on Zoom. If you're on YouTube, when the playback has finished in about 24 hours, there will be playback captions there as well. But in the meantime, we love the fact that people are logging in from all over the world. So type in whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, or here in the Zoom room, type in where you're watching us from. And today you're blessed because we're going to be hearing from my good friend, Juanita Santillan, who is actually from Chicago, but she's also one of the people who pioneered the Mexican market and brought in hundreds of doctors on day one, which was pretty inspiring. So with that, I'm going to hand the presentation to Juanita, Double Diamond from Chicago.
Thank you so much. I'm delighted to be here with you, ready to share what I saw many, many years ago, actually 4 years. Who is Neumi? Well, Neumi, we are trailblazers, innovators. We are dedicated to revolutionizing health, wellness through a super awesome cutting edge technology called Hydrostat Molecular Encapsulation Delivery System. Wow, that's a handful. I love it. And our very own Neumi Hydrostat. The biggest problem that most people have is we have poor absorption rate. So what do? There's studies that show that up to 90% of all your oral supplements that you've been taking all these years are not fully absorbed by your body. So what does that mean? That only a fraction of these nutrients are actually getting into the cell, which is where we need them. And what we want to do is have a solution for everyone. Hydrostat. It transforms health with our very own breakthrough science, which is our proprietary production process. And here we have a cell size with our hydrostat technology. They are so small, fully absorbed by our human cells. These molecules and other supplements are way too big, which are not absorbed by your cells. And now they will get excreted from the body without even being used. Did you know that? Most of us had no idea that was happening. And so we look at the surface size. I love this picture because it just shows that these large molecules never get into the cell. And with our delivery system, Neumi wraps the ingredients in water clusters for protection with instant absorption. So all of our supplements are absorbed and they make it right into the stomach. Water also doesn't include the potential toxicity that lipids do. So the good news is that you never have to stop taking your Neumi supplements. I love that. No, you don't have to worry about it. So here is just a recap. Our cell size is very small. The surface area of other products are huge. And we have the hydrostat technology delivery system. And now that we are able to get into our products into your cells, let's talk about the power of glutathione. What is glutathione? Well, glutathione, we've all learned, is your master antioxidant. And so he is the director of all your antioxidants. It will protect you, detoxify your cell. It is the key to your life, your health performance, everything. Especially ladies, we all love longevity of every single one of your human cells. So glutathione will recycle itself to increase the effectiveness of all those antioxidants like your vitamin C, your vitamin D, and E. Now, glutathione is one of the most studied molecules in the world. We have over 188,000 studies in PubMed. And compared to, we all used to always look up vitamin C. Well, they only have 78,000 studies, so glutathione is in the lead. And one of our very famous doctors here in the US, Dr. Mehmet Oz, what is he saying about glutathione? He says the most powerful antioxidant you've never heard of. Yes, most people haven't. It's one of the keys to fighting off the diseases you fear the most. It's called glutathione. So write it down because it's a critical, important nutrient that you need. Now, glutathione, as you know, our body produces it, but as you age, your glutathione levels will decrease as you are alive. So the continuous attacks on your cells, like the toxins, the heavy metals, the exposure to radiation, free radicals, will cause all this damage and, of course, expedites the aging process, which us women do not like. We take a look at the mirror and we say we need more glutathione. So glutathione levels are also reduced by the traumas in our cells, such as injuries, infections, and diseases. Now, this is one of my favorite charts. And what I usually do is tell the client, here's a list of some of the signs of low glutathione. Check off which one is telling us something about you. And when they come back and show me two or three, I say, now this tells me that you have low glutathione, such as a weakened immune system, weak muscles, inflammation, dull or dry skin, gray hair, digestive issues, weight gain. And after taking our very own high glutathione from Neumi, we will see boosted immune system, sustained mental energy, balanced inflammation, delayed aging, healthy, beautiful skin, balanced digestion, and possibly weight management. So now let's take a look at our hydrostat product breakdown. First of all, let's go to the FDA disclaimer. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases. So what was our biggest problem? We said glutathione decreases with age and the environment, leaving no way for it to get into the cells, we said. But our very own NutraSwish, here we have several ingredients such as L-cysteine is added to the glutathione, curcumin, and other fabulous ingredients. And how do you take it? You just swish for 30 seconds or more. I like to do it at least 3 minutes. And what are the benefits you will experience? Immune boost, joint support, clean and sustained energy, and rapid recovery. Wow, these are totally amazing results. And now, what is the problem with skincare? Well, we found out that it rarely gets past the first layer of the skin. So that results in a need for many products, which we've taken in the past, many. And the skincare is also very complex, ineffective, and very expensive, often containing very harmful ingredients. So what is our solution? Our solution is the Neumi Skin. And here is our very own Neumi Skin. And it has glutathione, hyaluronic acid, curcumin, collagen, and more so, what are the benefits? Well, it'll help reduce your pore size. It'll smooth that skin texture. It'll lift and firm, which we all love, and it brightens and evens your skin tone, reduces those fine lines and wrinkles, and it fights the aging process. Another problem to find a clean solution for energy and focus. People often try to resolve that low energy and lack of focus with all those harmful stimulants at all ages these people are taking. And so, what is our solution? Narrow. It's available only in selected markets, and some of those ingredients are arginine, magnesium gluconate, L-theanine, caffeine, very minute amount of caffeine. And what are some of those benefits with our neuro product? Enhanced memory, improved mood, increased focus, and that fabulous rapid energy. And of course, heightened cognitive performance. You won't believe the results. And another problem that our women are facing are environmental disruptors that have negative effects on all our women's health and hormones. So our solution in also select markets is our very own hers. All women would love to balance those hormones. So what kind of benefits will we have? It'll help alleviate bloating, cramps, and PMS. Yes, ladies. It'll support the healthy hormone function. And yes, you've seen it right, hot flashes and night sweats that many of our women suffer, and mood and overall well-being. Wow, I love those benefits. Now, how about healthier hair? And scalp can sometimes be elusive due to the issues of dryness, dandruff, thinning, often caused by all those environmental factors. And yes, ladies, hormonal changes will also affect our hair. And our solution is our Neumi Hair, one of my favorite products, uh, with very, very great ingredients. It'll strengthen your hair. You'll find you have a healthy scalp, moisturizer and smoothness on your scalp, heat protection, increased hair density. So you'll definitely want a bottle of that hair product. And so our amazing feedback now is from a 24-year-old gentleman from Australia who is a powerlifting athlete. On week 3, he says training recovery has been amazing, coming into each session fresh, no soreness from previously weekly sessions. And on week 4, after swishing around his training as well as post-training, he said he had even more personal best lifting and 270 kilograms for 2 reps. That's amazing. Now, our very own Diana from Louisiana, 34-year-old mother of 3, as soon as she started using the NutraSwish on day 1, she immediately found she had more energy, but also taking the Hers product, she had very, very, she had mood swings that were erasing, bloating, breast tenderness was gone. And she says, however, since I've been using it, I find that I don't have any PMS symptoms at all. Wow. And here is Craig, 58-year-old construction worker. He is a competitive mountain bike racer in most of his adult life. And after his 20s, he would do half-day events and he had no energy. But at 58 and with NutraSwish now, he says, I'm able to go out and do multiple days of riding and energy to spare. Wow. And Jeannie from Hawaii, 55-year-old, says, wow, neuro is a noticeable cognitive focus, clarity, memory, and energy boosting. She gets a ton of stuff done, like probably most of all of you who take it. Anyone who knows me, she says, I have severe attention span and memory deficit. And here is Keith from Louisiana, 61-year-old. He says after suffering for almost a year with a severe discomfort in his neck and shoulder from an injury, 48 hours after beginning NutraSwish, he awoke realizing I had slept all night. That was the first time in almost a year. He eventually completed without discomfort and was able to return to his weight exercise routine. And here we have Elaine from South Australia. In 4 weeks, she swears she didn't lose weight during the 30-day period. However, look at the impact of reducing the puffiness in her face and around her neck. Incredible results. We have Linda from Indonesia. She says after using Numi Skin, in just 17 days, her skin was dull and rough, but 17 days later, we could see her skin become bright, soft, and clear. Amazing results. And here we have a woman from Nigeria in her 80s. She sprayed her face with the Numi Skin 3 to 4 times each day for 4 weeks. And look at the amazing results she's had. And here we have Donna from Texas. After 8 weeks, she is overjoyed with her results from using the Numi Skin. Notice her neck, the skin is tighter and looks like she aged backwards. And here's our very own Sherry from Indiana. She was one of the very first people who used the Numi Skin. And just look at her before and after. 6 years later, she looks younger now. Amazing results at 62. And our Numi hair transformation with Rick, he says, I am so happy to have been invited to participate in the trial group. Look at the amazing results in 4 weeks. And here is Jamie after using the Numi hair for 5 months, finally able to wear my hair down, length, and put it up in a ponytail. Amazing results. And here is Sherry from Indiana. After years of amazing results with Numi Skin, I had high expectation for the hair product. Wow, and it exceeded them. Look at that beautiful hair in just 9 months. Well, Numi is your new you. Well, what is our vision? Our vision with Stephen K. Scott is our founder. He spent his whole life searching for breakthrough products, purchasing rights to products, marketing them on TV. And over the years, Steve has generated, yes, you looked right, $4 billion in revenue. Steve was ready to retire and he said, okay, I'm just going to relax, enjoy life. But he had the biggest breakthrough of his entire life, which is why he launched Numi. So thank you, Steve, for launching Numi and sharing these wonderful products and business. Aaron Reynolds, our president and CEO, says, my aim is to ensure that Numi is the most field-driven and responsive company within the industry. And our Science and Medical Advisory Board serves on a voluntary basis. All of our doctors' belief in Numi is they love the groundbreaking technology without any compensation. Visit Numi.com for their full biographies and you will be impressed. Now, what is our execution?
Now, I'm going to take over from this very moment, just so we're clear, Juanita, because I've just noticed we have an updated set of slides, which is not the same. So, why Numi? I'm going to seamlessly take over there from a brilliant job that Juanita's done. So, in execution, guides, we could have chosen any industry to go for from here because Steve was an ex infomercial giant, but instead we chose home-based business. Why is that? Well, there was 207 billion in sales in 2025, which is a 6% increase, showing the market's growing. In fact, the market's twice my age. I'm 58 and the market's over 100 years old. There's 180 million people in the industry and growing, but our stats dwarfed that, which is we're in 74 countries in 4 years with 250,000 members and unparalleled compensation and benefits. Now, we're not here today to go through the business behind the breakthrough in detail. However, with our new set of slides here, just a quick treetop of the leverage you have in the opportunity behind the breakthrough. Zero membership fees, free membership perks, member wholesale pricing, and free business building tools, industry training, and marketing assets. So It's almost a 1980 old style to charge a membership fee these days because it doesn't make sense. Everything's in a virtual world. So a lot of companies are stuck in 1980. We don't charge membership fees. Secondly, there are some companies out there charging you a subscription fee every month just to access their products at wholesale. We do that with no membership fee, which is crazy. Then there are three ways to earn weekly commissions, which you get paid on 7 generations. And then there is four ways where you can earn monthly commissions paid on all generations to infinity. So it's probably the most lucrative compensation plan. In fact, we're paying 53 cents in the dollar out of every consumer dollar in Neumi back to the members. Some companies, if you look at business for home, are paying between 24 cents and up to 38 cents. But generally, we're leading the market. So for a full overview of the compensation plan, ask the person who invited you for that. But in wrapping up, you may just be watching this going, you know what? I just want my return on my investment. I want my money back. I bought the product, I want to get it for free. Or maybe you want some residual income on the side as a side gig, or maybe you want to build a legacy asset like Juanita has done, where it can be your primary income source and will it to your kids. Either way, you are either one, ready to get started, and if that's where you're at, fantastic. B, or two, I should say, you want to try the product, get back to the person who invited you, and finally, three, maybe you want more information. Either answer is fine. Just wanted to thank Juanita for a fantastic presentation, and apologies that slide deck was going to be a very long one at the end, but you did a brilliant job of presenting the first half. Good morning, good afternoon.